friend, and I want to thank you, Randy, for your powerful focusing us around movements and all of, if I get to calling everybody's name here, I'm going to use every bit of time. I want to thank NEA for all that you have done and for the partnership. And I want to tonight take a special moment to recognize a sister we all know who has come out of retirement a little bit down to North Carolina to help us guide the Tomorrow Monday movement, bring her extensive wisdom. You all know her, none other than Roz Pellis. Let's thank Roz for it. Now, Delisa wrote everything I'm going to say, Cynthia. I really am glad to be here today to join with the American Federation of Teachers as we work together believing in the possibilities of America. I bring you greetings from the North Carolina NAACP, the Tomorrow Movement, Monday movement down south in North Carolina, where we are fighting against a fresh expression of extremism. And we are standing together, black and white and brown, Asian, Native American, young and old, labor, business, workers, LGBT and straight, people of different faith, standing together, saying that we will go forward together and not one step back. We are fighting for 5 principles. We believe that economic sustainability, labor rights, living wages, and addressing poverty is still possible. We are fighting for educational equality for all because we believe it's still possible. We are fighting for health care for all, protecting Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and the Affordable Health Care Plan because we believe that caring for our sick is still possible. We're fighting to address the disparities in the criminal justice system because we believe it is possible. And we are fighting to protect and expand voting rights and civil rights and women's rights and immigrant rights because we believe it is possible. And that like the 5 fingers of the hand, those 5 principles pull us together. Down in North Carolina, we quote a scripture often in the movement that says, "We are not of those," Hebrews 10:39, "who shrink back unto destruction, but we are those who persevere unto the salvation of the soul." Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. As I come here today to join with AFT and your president, Randy Weingarten, I want you to know I'll join her again on Tuesday at the Supreme Court, where we stand against new possibility of new laws to allow more ungodly money into our political system. And then I'm going to stand with her again at the rally for immigration rights. And then after that rally, I plan to join her in another act of civil disobedience as we stand with our brown brothers and other immigrant brothers and sisters. It's time that we put our bodies where our mouths are. Now, I'm drawn, Randy, to the depth of what it means that you and I, what we represent when we stand here together, and how even this program was put together to model what it means to work together, because if you're going to work together, you must hear different voices from different places, all headed in the same direction. Think about it. I'm here, an African American, part Native American with white ancestry, a Southern preacher, trained theologian, an NAACP president from the Deep South. She is a woman who is Jewish, who is gay, who's a union leader, a teacher, and a lawyer. But when we stand together, our diversity is our strength.
That's right.
it is the kind of strength that can transform a nation. And it is the kind of strength that causes those who believe in a more homogeneous view of life to tremble in their boots. Our unity represents the kind of unity that can help this nation move towards being more closely what it promised us on paper. So I was moved as I came here today. I've been thinking, I do that sometimes on the plane. I've been thinking about what this nation needs to do. And I found what we need to do, if you will, crafted in the acronym that describes your organization. And I want to suggest today, if I was in a classroom, I'd be teaching your ABCs, but I want to suggest today that we need to teach this nation how to do the AFT. What is doing the AFT? Well, first, we need to take the A and assess where we are in history. We are not just in a political moment, my friends. And if you go at it like that, you're going to miss it, and you're going to get into these transactional relationships just until the next election. And if it turns out all right, then we're going to separate one more time. But this is not just a moment between Democrats and Republicans. We're in a moment of deep transformation. We're in a soul-changing moment as a nation. We're in a moment where we have to do some real thinking about where we're headed. Some of you have heard me say it before, but I repeat it today, that we're in a moment of national reconstruction. Walk with me for a moment. The first reconstruction in this nation happened between 1868 and 1898, when blacks and progressive whites in the South came together and they worked to get rid of the vestiges of slavery. They rewrote constitutions all over the South. They brought into being the 13th, 14th, and the 15th Amendment. Nearly 100 years ago, they crafted state constitutions, black and white people working together, that guaranteed voting rights and guaranteed public education as a right in the South 145 years ago for all people of all colors. They guaranteed labor rights. One of the first great labor movements was